What is up guys? Hello and welcome. This is Neldrin and today let's discuss the Empyreal Tragicomedy rerun event. But before that, you know what it is, our question of the day. Among the event ships you have, including from past events, which one of them is your favorite? For me, there are many to mention, but my most favorite is Shapayev. She's from the Northern Overture event. Well, she's probably boring in terms of personality. She's not as lively as Prince Heinrich nor being at Sundara like Perseus. But you know, sometimes I wish to be her little friend.
I'm showing a new side of my degeneracy.
Now that Empyreal Tragicomedy rerun is currently ongoing, you might be wondering which of the event ships are strong and what other items are worth farming. Let's have a quick review of the ships. I won't go in depth here since I haven't tested them thoroughly. This is purely my opinion on them based on the guides and other resources I've read so far. Formidable is probably the strongest ship you can obtain here. She's one of the top-tier carriers you can obtain. Her red skill at level 10 will give you guaranteed additional planes when you launch an airstrike just like Essex and Centaur. Just don't forget to equip the proper equipment needed. Her yellow skill will make enemies on screen immobile. And her blue skill is an additional tankiness for your back line. Next up is Litorio. Well, she is strong judging from the stats given to her, comparable to the likes of Nagato, Amagi and Bismarck. But her skills are somewhat underwhelming compared to other event-exclusive ships, especially her barrage pattern. She's still a good ship if this is your first event, since most ships that are better than her are either event-exclusive or PR. Zara and Pola are both great ships. They have almost identical stats except that Pola has better anti-air. Skill-wise, Pola is more offensive while Zara is more defensive. But don't get me wrong, both of them have good offensive capabilities. And since Zara is at a high tier among heavy cruisers, we can assume that Pola is higher than her due to additional offense she can provide compared to her sister. The other ships are more of a collectible to me. If you think some of them have hidden potential, let me know in the comments section. Before we check the event shop, if you want more guides like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Now, let's check the event shop. If you are unlucky on your build and map drops, you can buy Litorio and Conti di Cavour. Any duplicate you will get from B and D maps or construction can be used for limit breaking. You want to get them immediately, especially if you are planning to complete event missions for the portrait. Triple 381mm is a must-buy if you will be using Litorio since her red skill has its full potential with this gun. You can hold your currency before buying the Ferry Albacore since you can farm it from A3 or C3. This equipment is needed for Formidable to fully utilize her red skill. You can visit my other guide if you want to know which should you prioritize after the event exclusive items. The event maps offer a different experience compared to past events. First, there are certain maps where you will defend the harbor to get bonus event currencies. Best way is to place one strong fleet near the harbor just in case some planes are able to pass the anti-air cannon or not on its range. Take note that it will take 3 turns for the anti-air cannon to reload. Another change is that some maps have different 3-star requirements. There are maps don't require to defeat all the enemies. Rather, they will require you to sortie lesser ships from your fleet. Keep in mind that submarines are also considered in the counting, so as much as possible, do not sortie them. Next thing you want to do is to complete D maps as fast as you can so that you can play the SP maps, which offer a high amount of currency, and can only be played once a day. I'm not sure if this is intended, but I managed to unlock D maps without clearing B maps. I just cleared C3, then I was able to proceed doing the D maps. You can do B maps later on once you unlock the SP map. Lastly, for map farming. C3 map is highly recommended to farm because it drops the fairy albacore which Formidable needed. If you want to save some of the event currencies to buy other things, this is the best way. Another item to farm is the Barracuda Plane, which is one of the strongest torpedo bombers you can have. For beginners who don't have enough high-leveled ships, A3 will do, but take note that it will not drop Barracuda. Don't worry, Unicorn is also dropped from this map, which is one of the best healers in the game. B and D maps are highly situational. These maps drop Conti di Cavour. You can also save some of your event currencies if you farm her in this map. Additionally, D3 will drop Zara's gun. This is the only map where you can farm it. Though it is not required, and I think there are better options for her. If you really want it, you may do so. I won't be discussing the other item drops since they are not really strong. Farming them won't give you a huge advantage to your game. Before I forget. For beginners, you might not know it yet. Don't forget to complete B3 or D3 multiple times to get extra cutscenes. You can check the memories if you have already completed all cutscenes. Now to summarize. Empyreal Tragicomedy offers some strong ships. There is a mini-game and some event maps and different 3-star requirement that will affect your fleet building. Complete event hard mode maps immediately, so that you can farm event currency on SP map once a day. And you can farm equipment from A3, C3 and D3 maps. I hope that this guide gave you some helpful information regarding this event. If I missed something or something you disagree about, feel free to comment it down below. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. You guys are awesome, and see you on my next guide.